In my quest to find internet, I found some at Home Depot. So I would like to say thank you, Home Depot in Coventry, Rhode Island, for allowing me to use your internet. And I was going to be all slick, and I was going to, well, I did. I tried to park in front of the big snow mound right there, and I don't want to move my phone because it's not going to move right now. And if I move my phone to show you the big snow mound next to me, you're going to be annoyed when I try to put the phone back. So I'm going to leave it there. Just trust me. There's a big, ginormous snow mound right next to me. It is 29 degrees here in Rhode Island. What date is it? I don't know. January 23rd on Thursday. I'm filming this 2025. So I did the video about homeowners insurance, and it seemed to, garner a lot of interest from all of y'all. So, then I'm thinking in my mind about, like, some people had said we should just not have it. Like, let's just not pay for it. And, I agree with that. I would love to, honestly not have homeowners insurance, but I feel like we're kind of stuck and we need to have it. So in that whole thinking of homeowners insurance, and like I said, tons of great comments about homeowners insurance and all of these crazy things that are going on with the fires in California and, State Farm pulling fire insurance from people. I think it happened in July. And then this happens just a few months later. So many, many crazy things, as well as Florida, what happened in Florida? I have this here. See, I need internet for my iPad, that all of these little tabs I pulled up here. Florida, I don't know. Something happened in Florida. Florida, they have homeowners insurance being pulled from them too. Okay. This is from Google. Florida's homeowners insurance crisis is a result of rising premiums, policy cancellations. It's happening in Florida too, and I'm sure in other states as well. We're just not hearing about all of them. And insurance companies just plain old leaving the state. It's just crazy. The crisis has impacted homeowners, buyers, and investors across the state, and this is referring to Florida. Then when we go to California homeowners insurance crisis, this is from CNN.com. The title says, California's insurance is in crisis. The solution will cost homeowners a ton. And I don't think it's just going to cost homeowners in California a ton. I think it's going to cost all of us across the United States of America a ton. It's going to affect all of us. And I feel like my lips are so chapped. And I haven't been drinking. If you say, why is her face red? Why is half of her face red? It's because the heat in my car was blasting. I have the vent pointed at this side of my face. So I am not out drinking because I know my face gets red and I look like I have an alcohol problem. I don't. It's just that the vent is pointed right here. So this is all red and hot because it keeps me warm in this 29 degree car. But anyway, California, it is a mess right now in terms of homeowners insurance policies and companies pulling away, leaving homeowners in a mess, basically. I have not dug into what's going on in California with the LA fires crisis and homeowners insurance. If you want me to, let me know in the comments down below. We'll definitely dig more into that. Because, just like anything else that happens in the news, the LA fires, why aren't we really discussing that hardly anymore? A couple of weeks ago, it's everywhere you look. Now, well, what's going on? How are these folks being helped? Who's helping them? Where are they getting housing? I heard that rents are through the roof. People are trying to price gouge, and they're getting in trouble for doing that, which they should. You should be, I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos, you should be helping people, maybe bring the rent down some. You got to get paid. You got to pay the mortgage. I get it. Landlords have to pay their bills, but maybe give a little bit of a break. to these people for a certain amount of time. Are homeowners insurance companies doing that for people affected by the LA fires? I don't know, because I feel like the headlines just went away. And that's what happens. You know, a big world event happens, a big catastrophic event happens, and then poof, you don't hear about it anymore. You have to look into it to find out more information. So the question in my head today was, and here's the reason why I got this question in my head. A really fun and great informational YouTuber whom I love, Karen from Lavender Clothesline. She talks about things that her and her husband get from thrift stores. They go to Goodwill, they go to yard sales. I love her. She lives currently in Pennsylvania. Well, her video that I watched last night, her and her husband sold their house in 2 days in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and they bought a condo in Florida, or a home, small home with an HOA or whatever. I would never move into. Well, you should never say never, but I would try to avoid at all costs having an HOA, because they can just increase those fees every single year and you're screwed unless you want to up and leave again. But her daughter lives in Florida, so she's going to be living near her. But I'm saying to myself, why would anyone today want to move to either Florida or now California? Like, why? With all of these crazy things that are happening, weather events, homeowners insurance policy events, why would anyone move there? So I said, well, let's just see in the United States where the best places would be to live now in this country. So it came up from Forbes.com. I feel like my Vaseline is sticking to the roof of my mouth. The 15 cheapest places to live in America with the best weather. Because listen, if you're going to up and move and you're going to take all of your 30 or 40 years worth of crap with you, you're going to want to go somewhere that's nice and warm. I don't know. That's me. Maybe you want to go to a colder climate. Me, I would want to go to a warmer one. So the list includes these 15 places. Let's go down on my little trusty iPad here. Number 1, Charlotte, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Columbus, Georgia, Mobile, Alabama. And I apologize if any of these names are incorrect. I know y'all are going to school me in the comments down below. Greensboro, North Carolina, Norfolk, Virginia, Jackson, Mississippi, Shreveport, Louisiana, Nashville, Tennessee. I've never been to Nashville, but I would like to go because I think John Oates from Hall & Oates lives here, and I would love to. I met him once. So nice. And he's so cute, but such a nice man. And I'm not a rich girl, and I've never gone too far. But you know, it don't matter anyway. I would love to see him again. But anyway, Tallahassee, Florida, Chattanooga, Tennessee. And how fun would it be to live in Chattanooga, because it's just a fun name to say. Jacksonville, Florida. But why is Florida on this list? Well, it's the only Florida place on here. Memphis, Tennessee. So we got a couple Tennessees. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Got a couple Louisianas. And Birmingham, Alabama. So those are the 15 most inexpensive places to live in the U.S. with the best weather. Interesting, right? So then I went a step further. And I said, okay, what state has the lowest home insurance rates in the United States? That rhymes. You know what popped up first? Hawaii. So 4 places popped up with the lowest homeowners insurance rates. Hawaii, number 1, but we'll get into that in a second. New Hampshire, Vermont, and Washington, D.C. Okay, so Hawaii has an average homeowners insurance rate of only $613 a year. But again, hold that thought for a minute, because if you're all jumping on a plane, selling everything, and moving to Hawaii right now, hold on to your panties, because New Hampshire, $1,221 per year, Vermont, $1,263 per year, and Washington, D.C., $1,342 per year. But you know, there's always a caveat to low rates. And I always say it, you know what I'm saying? If you're thinking you're going to move somewhere and everything is going to be so much cheaper, you know, oh, cost of living is cheaper, this is cheaper, you're always going to pay somewhere, honey. Something's always going to be more expensive. And I feel like everything's always going to catch up with each other. So it could be cheaper today, but maybe in 5 years, it's going to be the same price as what you were paying from where you moved from. Okay, so Hawaii, I'm going, well, hey ho, Honolulu, I'll move to Hawaii because that seems like a pretty beautiful place to live. Well, the average home in Hawaii, I can't afford this. I don't know about you. If you can, maybe you want to go to Hawaii, but the average home price in Hawaii as of today is $856,444. That's a lot of money, and that's probably a base model. No leather seats included. It's a lot of money for an average home. New Hampshire, though, next in line, the average sale price right now in New Hampshire is $479,363. So, you know, that's honestly, I think, all right, the last time I checked Rhode Island, our average selling home price was around $425, but we could be higher than that now. I'm guessing Rhode Island might be around $450. So New Hampshire's beautiful. There's mountains and everything, and skiing sometimes, you know. I mean, the world is changing, everybody. You know, the weather is changing everywhere. So you may get a little skiing in if you get some man-made snow. So that's not a bad selling price for New Hampshire. Vermont, let's go a little bit further north to Vermont, and it gets even a little bit cheaper, actually a lot cheaper. The average home price in Vermont is $393,649. That's not bad. But it depends on what are you getting for that money. I don't know, but that's the average sale price for a home in Vermont. But then we go over to Washington, D.C., and you're going to pay between $600,000 and $650,000 for an average home. I don't think I'd want to live in Washington, D.C. Too much stuff going on. You know, too many picketing things happening. I like being on the outskirts of things. That's my own personal opinion. So there you go. You know, 15 great places to live in the United States, but then, you know, taking it a little step further, none of the places that have the lowest cost of homeowners insurance are listed on those 15 great places to live because I put with the best weather. So you're not going to get great weather in New Hampshire and Vermont. I mean, you're going to have some cold nights, people, if you like that type of thing. If you like fires, wood stoves. I have a wood stove. I love my wood stove. I adore it. I hug it. Sometimes when it's not hot, I give it a hug. I love it. It keeps the house so toasty warm. But would I like to go somewhere that had really nice warm weather? I sure would. I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I'm saying to myself, why am I here? Really, for reals. Like, okay, I have my buddies who I adore. Maybe they would come with. I don't know.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Did you hear Siri? I didn't even know how I did. I was just pressing the button to clear out of my tabs and Siri started talking to me. No, there's nothing else you can help me with, Siri, but thank you so much for being, you know, Siri is so polite. Really, she truly is. Anywho, that's what I got for you today. I think it's interesting. And I do want to know how many people are actually moving to California or Florida now. You know, with all of these events that have been happening, who's going there? You know, beautiful places. I've been to California one time, and it was not a great visit because my my husband's best friend was actually dying, so he wanted to go say goodbye. So we made the trip across the country, and we did drive around and stuff like that. So we tried to make it a little touristy, but it was a sad trip. And I got sideswiped in my rental. So would I go back? I am in no rush to go back to LA. I will tell you that. It was 5 days of nonstop craziness. But, my husband got to say goodbye to his best friend, which was the most important reason why we were there. Florida, I took my daughter to a couple of dance competitions there when she was younger, and my parents took me to Disney when I was a kid, and I have great memories of that. Except for the one time when my mom said, "Someone go get me that ashtray from the table over there," and neither my brother nor I would do it because we were being brats. And when she went to, "I'll get it myself," she said, and she fell. She fell over a chair. And it was like a cafeteria style eating place in Disney. And then I felt so bad. I was 10. But then I felt bad. I'm like, why didn't I just get my mom the ashtray? I don't know why I didn't do it. I was just being a brat. And my brother, who was 8 years older than me, I guess he was being a brat too because he didn't do it either. So she fell, hurt her knee, and we felt like real jerks after that. Anyway, so just if your mom asks you for an ashtray, just go get it. There's no point arguing, whether you want her to smoke or not. Just go get the ashtray. That's what I got. Have a great day, guys.